Today, we're diving deep into an essential part of your engine that doesn't always get the attention it deserves, the head gasket. What is it? What does it do? And more importantly, how can you tell if it's gone bad? We'll explain everything you need to know and break down the symptoms of a failing head gasket in detail so you can spot the signs before it leads to costly repairs. Let's get started. First, let's quickly talk about what a head gasket is and why it's so important. The head gasket sits between the engine block and the cylinder head, acting as a seal. Its primary jobs are to keep the combustion chamber sealed for proper compression and to stop oil and coolant from mixing. Now imagine the pressure and heat inside your engine. Thousands of tiny explosions happening every minute in the combustion chambers. On top of that, there's coolant flowing to regulate the temperature and oil circulating to lubricate everything. The head gasket has to endure all of this while keeping those fluids and gases where they belong. It's truly an unsung hero of your engine. Now, when a head gasket fails, commonly referred to as a blown head gasket, it compromises your engine's ability to separate combustion gases, coolant, and oil. Let's take a look at the key symptoms you should watch out for. Symptom number 1. White smoke coming from the tailpipe. One of the most noticeable signs of a blown head gasket is white smoke coming out of the tailpipe. But what's causing this? Well, if the head gasket fails, coolant can leak into the combustion chambers. When the coolant burns, it produces thick white smoke. You'll often notice this more when the engine is under load or just after startup. If you see white smoke that lingers, it's not just water vapor from condensation. It's time to have your engine checked immediately. Driving with coolant burning in your engine can lead to severe damage. Symptom number 2. Bubbling in the radiator and coolant reservoir. A failed head gasket can allow combustion gases to escape into the cooling system. This creates pressure and causes bubbling or frothing in the coolant. You might also hear a gurgling sound as air escapes. To check for this, open the coolant reservoir when the engine is cool, never when it's hot. If you notice excessive bubbling, it's a clear sign of trouble. Symptom number 3. Unexplained coolant loss with no visible leaks. Another red flag is losing coolant without any visible leaks. If your coolant level keeps dropping and you're topping it off regularly, the head gasket may be the culprit. The coolant could be leaking into the combustion chamber or mixing with the oil, neither of which you want. Remember, coolant loss isn't always visible, so keep an eye on the level in your reservoir. If it's constantly going down, get it checked out. Symptom number 4. Milky white coloration in the oil. This happens when coolant mixes with the engine oil, something the head gasket is designed to prevent. When these two fluids combine, it creates a creamy, sludge-like texture that you can spot on the dipstick or under the oil cap. This not only affects your engine's lubrication, but can also lead to severe internal damage. If you notice milky oil, stop driving immediately and have the issue addressed by a professional. Symptom number 5. Engine overheating. Finally, an overheating engine is one of the most common symptoms of a blown head gasket. A failed gasket can cause coolant loss, air pockets in the cooling system, or improper circulation, all of which can cause your engine temperature to spike. If your car starts to overheat, pull over immediately and let it cool down. Driving an overheating car can cause irreparable damage to the engine and even crack the cylinder head. All of these symptoms point to one thing: a head gasket that's no longer doing its job. Ignoring these warning signs can lead to catastrophic engine failure. And trust me, replacing a blown engine is much more expensive than replacing a head gasket. Your head gasket may be small, but it plays a huge role in keeping your engine running smoothly. By recognizing these symptoms early, you can save yourself from costly repairs and extend the life of your car. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more car care tips.